Greetings. We are Sornia. We are here once again to help you, hopefully, gain some perspective on your journey. We are very happy to let you know that things are looking very good from our place, our great window here, and we see further down than you might be able to, but we want to talk a little bit about that with you, our perspective versus your perspective in the sense of where you are in your physical form. But we want you to know how wonderful things are unfolding, how beautiful the future looks, and that keeping that focus on what it is that you want, what is your intention, knowing yourself very deeply so that your faith in you, in humanity, and in your divine essence does not falter. That is should be your focus. We encourage you continuously to make that your focus. So we are here, hopefully, to remind you that you are a divine being, you are a sovereign being, and that you have a lot of say, if you will, or decision-making, control, use whatever words you want. But how this unfolds on your planet, we mean this, your future, how you will be living, how this unfolds is really in your hands. And it is beautiful. We, of course, as I said, or we said, because we are a group here, individualized to speak with you, but we are a group. We have that wonderful bird's eye view, but we are limited also. We see only what is unfolding through you. You are more limited in what you can see and experience as unfolding. There's a reason for that, because it keeps you, if you knew how everything was going, well, first of all, that's not possible, but let's say if you knew it was definitely going in one direction, maybe you would just sit back and then it would no longer go in that direction. So it is very important for you to understand that we do see a bigger picture. We don't see all the detail. We don't know everything in its minute detail as you might think that we do. We know what we can know as unfolding of energy and direction. We know where you are, where your hearts are at, let's say, where you are vibrating, where your focus is. We know that probably better than you do. We know with certainty who you are and what your roles are in this earthly experience that you're having. We know your character in human form. Because of that, we are able to see with more certainty how things are unfolding. And that is why we have come forth to tell you it is beautiful. It is more than beautiful. It is where you belong. And you who are holding to this truth of there being a better way, a more loving way, a more compassionate and giving way of being in your world, you are the ones that are bringing about that change through holding that intention, by living that intention, by feeling that and knowing it with all of your being. You are examples for others That is what faith is. Because when you are in that human form with its many complexities, its great beauty, its sensitivities, its emotions, the beauty of the experience, it's so sensual and so passionate and so deep and profound. When you are there, it is more limited. Your perspective, we should say, your understanding can be more limited because of the distractions. But it's part of the makeup. It's part of what you need to have in order to create what is being created. You need to have all those components. They have to come together. So your passions, your emotional state, all of your earthly experiences are meant to help you create the future of living in a compassionate, loving, tolerant world. Don't be deceived, please, by the lies of those that would like to keep you entrapped and enslaved and dependent on them and their energy for survival. It's not worth it. We can't tell you really what to do, you know that, but we can encourage you to look at it with love. Look at these forces that are wanting to keep you submissive or in fear or in doubt and uncertainty. Look at those energies, look at those forces, or if they're manifest in an institution or a person, look at them with love and compassion. That is what will bring about change. It won't work with everything and everyone and all your institutions, but those that are capable of feeling that will feel it from you. And you may ignite their spark to become more loving and compassionate. That is what is important here, at least from our perspective. And this is what we see so many of you are doing, making very strong efforts to redirect your thoughts and feelings that you find to be of a negative nature, some of them hateful or anger-filled. You step back a moment and look at them and say, what are you showing me? Or you ask for guidance to understand those emotions. Or if you feel that way towards another individual, you ask to understand, or you ask to be shown the loving response that you might have. This is what we see. You may not see the immediate results of that. Don't focus on seeing a result. Focus on knowing yourselves. Knowing the truth of yourself will always feel right. We can't tell you how to do it. We can guide you with suggestions. We can't tell you how it will feel, because that is your task, if you will, to do that for yourselves so that it becomes so certain within you that you do not falter, you do not waver. Think of some of your parables, if you will, from your Bible, David and Goliath. This is the time for those of you that understand the truth. You are the Davids going after your Goliaths, or the Goliaths in the world. And you are doing it and doing it in a way that you will. We are so filled with joy because, as you know, deep inside of you, that energy that you call love or compassion, kindness, goodness, all of that, that is stronger than any force of negativity, fear, anger. It is stronger. And now that you have the time, many of you have the time to devote to yourselves, remember that. Even though you are separated, many of you, not all of you, but many of you are separated from your loved ones, unable to be with friends. That does not mean you cannot communicate with them. You do it energetically. You do it what you call telepathy. Send out loving thoughts. Are you worried about someone and you can't be there with them? Your loving thoughts sent to that person, and not like, oh, I hope you are okay. Those are loving thoughts, but they're ones that are saying, you don't know what you're doing, and I'm worried about you. And remember, check that energy associated with it. Is that what you want to send to another? Or do you want to look at another, knowing that they are like you, a sovereign being? And look at them and say, you've got this. I'm here for you if you need me. But from heart to heart, you've got this. And hold that picture of that person or those people or whatever is causing you concern. Don't run from it. Don't hide from it. Don't feel anger. Well, you can. But if you want to bring about change and you want to make your world this harmonic universe that you have been introduced to, then hold that picture of them as sovereign beings and say to them from heart to heart, you've got this. I'm here for you. We are all one. That is the way that you will help others. And if you can, in material ways, absolutely. You are all doing more than what you thought you would do. And this is why we are fully confident that your world will unfold and show you the manifestation of the truths of that heart-centered place that you are all in. It may not be tomorrow. It may not be in your earthly terms in the next year or two, but you are moving in that direction. Never, ever doubt it. Hold to that. Remember, you are divine. And so are all of those others in your world. Everything is of source. It is all source energy. Therefore, it is all loved and divine. Nothing to fear. Unless you choose. But nothing can take away your sovereignty. Ever. Ever. That is all we have. Again, we are so pleased by the focus all of you have had and the changes that are occurring. We love you. We are here for you. Open your hearts so that we can communicate always with each other. That is all for now. We are Sornia. Goodbye.